You're listening to Share Radio, the best online visual radio station in town. Tune in now and enjoy the best music from around the block. This is Share Radio.
knock. Oh no, get knock. Get knock.
This is Share Radio.
Good afternoon, artists, creators, and entrepreneurs. And welcome to another beautiful and a cold Tuesday. I'm broadcasting live from Eastern Cape. I'm not alone. I'm with Obanele Mngci all the way from Johannesburg. Abanele, how are you?
Hey, Noltando, what's popping? What's popping?
Zinjani izinto from that side?
We woke up to snow izolo. It's still cold, but yeah, just trying to keep warm, trying to make sure that, we bring back those recipes that can warm the body. But other than that, all is good. And how's things? How's things that side?
Things are going okay, but it's cold as Johannesburg, but we can't complain. If you can't beat it, you need to join it.
Yeah.
To continue. Sisela 40, we were playing before in Rafiki Rhythm, the city Yamba. Guys, I always say it, local is like Banza Banza.
Yeah,
are you ready for today?
Yep, came in guns blazing, and hopefully today I will, get to impart some knowledge about Ndweni and just let them know, guys, Share Radio, Share Online is here for you as an artist. So, yeah, I'm ready to unpack Izinto.
Yeah. Before we get to it, creatives, artists, please note that we are still running a catalog artist. All you need to do is to contact us on 078 2810 681, and then with your information what you do in the entertainment or creative sector, and then it's only 20 rand to join in. What we will do, once everything is all done, once we have a digital file, catalog, we'll send it to all the right people, right places, and departments that such as your agencies, your multi-choice, all the right places. If they're looking for somebody with skills as a fananezak, all they can do is to contact you. Boom. Guys, Ningatuli, Creative Corner and Share Online is here for you. We always bring you the best. We always bring you information, education, and entertainment. Balandonina Onodonals is here for you. Banza Banza. So,
yes.
I want us to talk more about the challenges and the opportunities that the creatives lose due to, let's say, mistakes or red tapes the departments as needs.
Yeah.
For example, I don't know if I've ever told you the story, but I once went to the audition. So Manfika Corner, I was like, okay, fine. I think we were close to 80 or more. So what happened is this casting agent, the lady comes through at Jonge register, and then she was like, no man, my girls are not here. Imagine this is somebody who runs the agency Tina Sizekuyo, the auditions. So now I woke up, and I did all this thing. Audition, and then she's gonna come through at Jonge register at ladies up. So it sounded unfair to me, and other people ababehleli khona. And then when this lady came in, she was very excited to get, and she was like, yo, finally you are here. Now tell me, why should we go there as artists and creatives to go and to audition or do launch if we know that already when you've got abantu that you lined that they are lined up the audition, you know that Unolu, Uneli, Ubanbane will get this opportunity. However, you call people to come through. That makes it hard for creatives. Hence, abanye abantu they opt for 9 to 5 and leave the craft yabo because they say it's not paying. Not that it was not going to pay ever because of the red ends on the creative business.
Yeah. You know, Chomiam, you asked the question and you sort of answered it at the same time. So I don't know what to say right now, you know? But anyway, no, I'm just joking. No, but honestly, you asked the question and you answered it. So anyway, but here's my 2 cents. I still think people should go nonetheless, right? Because I don't think that situation sort of applies to every agency out there. So probably you will find your bad ones. Just like the world that we live in, there will be your rotten potatoes. But guys, I think the idea to bear in mind here is that not every bag of potatoes is rotten. So maybe we can keep this in mind and we should go to auditions. We should see what's happening in the industry. But I do also think that right now we are presented with more opportunities. They might not present themselves the same way as these commercial opportunities, because when someone comes to you and says, you know what, Noltando, here is a gig, it's going to be for one of the brands, you take it to heart, okay? But if I were to come to you and say, look, I need you to create a profile for yourself, I need you to be marketable, but this is how you're going to do it. You're going to go through social media, you're going to build a following. It does not look as attractive as the one that's being advertised, right? So in terms of opportunities, I think one needs to have a certain lens or a certain eye to look and spot for opportunities, because if you do not have that, obviously you won't see them. And normally there is a saying that I love throwing around when it comes to opportunities and stuff. I normally say, look, guys, the eyes are useless if the mind is blind. So if you do not have a neck for spotting opportunities, then obviously, even if it's presented in front of you, right in your face, there is no way that you're going to spot it. So my 2 cents is continue, go there, but also, guys, start doing something for yourself. And this is something that no one, absolutely no one, can take this away from you. So if you build something credible on social media, then you've got the right platform to negotiate with brands directly this time. You don't need an agency. I'm not saying don't go to an agency, but I'm saying you can also thrive without them. What do you think, Knowles?
I hear you, ne, Banza, but then again, let's not close the box, ne?
Yeah.
The question. Let's go outside the box. Remember, this also happens, and not only with auditions. For example, when we apply for a funding like on daily basis. But then again, somebody has been applying for 5 years or even more without getting the funding I funnel. Not that big team, but because these guys already have that bayamcingela. Okay, fine, Unolo would be good for the funding because Unolo is going to give me A, B, and C out of the money. You can't run away from that. It's the in the industry itself.
Yeah.
Most of the time, creatives, yes, we know that it's good to open your own door if Iminyango keeps on shutting on you. It's good. However, it's not for everybody. And opening a door building a door for yourself might take you 10 years or even more. Hence, in that many creatives, they tend to leave craft and say, let me go and check 9 to 5, and then I'll be back again to push talent. And then the first year, the second year, the third and fourth and fifth year, ebe hustleshela imali to open that door ebezama uyilungisa.
Yeah.
So even this one of opening your door, I feel like it takes ixesha elide. Before siqhubeke, tell me, when you started a magazine with me and a radio station, how long has it been?
Well, I think it's also about perspective, but to answer you directly, it's been roughly 1 year or approaching 1 year, or we at the 1 year mark. For me, 1 year.
1 year of doing what?
Radio station.
I asked for two things. Remember, I spoke
right.
about.
So the magazine, at the moment, I won't really speak much on it because it is something that is also in the pipeline of being re-released, right? So I'm merely referencing things that are in operation right now. So for the radio station, it's been exactly close to a year or so, give or take.
No more than.
I'm not sure, but then So how I normally measure this stuff is through these pictures that I have, because I think it was 2 weeks ago, I was showing you a picture, right, where we were sitting in this place right here. There wasn't any equipment, and I just took a picture. So every year I get to see the same pictures that, hey, last year, this time of the year, this is the picture that you took. So it was you, T-Man. We were just, dabbling, sitting around here. So that's the reason I'm saying it's less than a year, because it was before we put the equipment here. So short answer is it's been a year.
Okay. What's the experience that we're now you're with trying into from nothing?
Yeah.
Would you advise somebody who wants to see the progress to go through building their own door?
Well, I would say that it depends on the individual. There are some people that have the will and the tenacity to go through the process. So take any business, for example. There are people that have the willingness, the courage to go weeks on end, months on end, even years without enjoying the benefits of a thriving business. So if we take a look at opportunities that are available today, I'm not saying people don't need an agency. I'm saying let them do both. Let them have an agency, but at the same time, let them leverage what is also available out there, which is them building a profile for themselves. Because in today's day and age, you really don't need the same way that an agency back in the days built your profile. So you can build your profile in Instagram, right? Rather than just a couple of photos from an agency. Yes, maybe they do count, but I'm saying do both. Do both. There are opportunities, so let's try and make sure that we cover the entire 9 yards as opposed to only looking at one thing. Yeah.
Okay, Banele, I hear you. Before Sukubekeka, let's quickly go on an ad break, and then after the advert, Sidlale or Bridget, CTP, no, Asamike.
emhlabeni ingane izofanga shoshayba ngansima nayipi yanizangamandla nayipi yanizangamandla omama besingane bayoqashela ikushelo kwezinyamazane nayipi yanizangamandla nayipi yanizangamandla omama besingane bayoqashela ikushelo kwezinyamazane nayipi yanizangamandla nayipi yanizangamandla.
That was Bridget, CT Piano. I always say, guys, local is local is a place to be. You are chilling in with Unoltan Wakononjalana and the Creative Corner. I am with Ubanele Mwe on the other side of the province. Ubanele, are you still good?
Yep, I'm still good. Just double checking because I feel like I can hear myself, but all is well. I'm good, still keeping warm, right? Ningang morning, so guys, the studio is warm. All right. But yeah, I'm still keeping warm, and yeah, thank you so much for asking.
Got guys, technology is the way to go because now, I mean, it's Eastern Cape, it's London, and then the studios is at Johannesburg. But my technical people managed to put two together and Sahlanga. Big up to Ubanele Mwe and Okhosi. And we're not busy saying them Okhosi because it's on shout.
No, Okhosi Salomani.
Wrong, but we all got. So let's go back a bit to the challenges being faced by the creatives and the artists who are trying to find their way to the creative sector. I remember the first thing the creatives would speak of when you talk about the challenges they are facing. They would say money.
Yep.
That's the biggest challenge the creatives are facing, money. However, I always disagree with them because if money is the only thing or is the first thing you are chasing after while building a craft, it means now you don't really know the importance of your craft. Because I feel like the first thing when a banana, you can tell me if you're wrong, but the first thing is to make sure that you've got a solid product so that when you go out there, you can easily tell people about what you are doing, without you writing the whole paragraph or telling them the paragraph names, trying to explain what you are doing. Having a product is the most important thing.
Yeah, but now, Lou, it also takes money to develop a product, right? Think about it this way. Even though it might not take money to work on the craft, but to package it will require money. Remember that dance crew that we had on the shared experience.
Yeah.
Now, maybe I do not know, but then I can sort of assume or start to assume that they probably don't have a hall where they practice. My take is that they are probably practicing in someone's backyard. It's a room, and either the neighbors or even the family themselves, like, yo, Namanj, you guys are making noise, this, and that. So, in order for them to develop, to package the craft that they can take to the world, they do need space. They do need facility and equipment, dance equipment, apparel, clothing, you name it, and also other props because sometimes people make use of these. I'm not sure. Just forgot the name. These steam smoke screens or whatever, a smoke gun or whatever, and this requires money for them to package it. So I do agree with you, but I also disagree that money is needed in order for me to develop my craft, unfortunately. And there are some crafts, like, for example, as a graphic designer, yes, I might just need a PC up front. I get demo software, I try them out. And in order for me to work on my craft, that's it. I've got a laptop, I can recharge it every single time it goes dead. But what about a painter? Painter always has to buy ink. They always have to buy oil pastels. They always have to buy canvases, and this costs money. So, yes, I agree, but at the same time, I disagree that it does. To develop your craft, there is a cost attached to that.
True, true. And Ali, however, do you think it's a good move saying you will not start because you do not have money?
Oh no, absolutely not. No, that's in fact that's the mentality of someone that goes into something already being defeated.
Yeah. Hence, I'm saying I feel like building and making sure that you've got a solid product to give to the people is the first and main thing, or like we should be talking about when we're talking about challenges. For
Yeah.
example, I've got this idea, and then I put it down into a piece of paper. I do my research, I do my planning, and at least now I've got a product that I can give to people or I can tell people. However, this product needs money. Uba immature.
True.
That's what I'm saying. But it creatives as means that they lack the importance of the kwezinto zonke. They lack the main importance. Bona they run around money. We all need money. Hence, at the later stage, they drop craft yabo for 9 to 5 because it has always been about money. Hence, other guests we had previously, they always said, know that you do your zero budget. Make sure that you do the exposures and all, but for a certain period of time. Yes, it's helpful.
True.
However, you
True.
can do exposure
Um,
and do something
yeah, I agree with that.
for 2 years. Do you think creatives?
Yeah, so Noltan, sorry to cut you there for a second, but these are some of the challenges that we experience, more especially when trying to do these kind of broadcasts to also show the world that it's possible to co-broadcast together, even if you are in any part of the world. But I apologize about that. There was a network issue, but hopefully it has been restored. If not, I'm just going to ask you, Lou, that even for the people that are around you, just to politely ask them, guys, can you just have just a little bit of the bandwidth for now? Because we're out here motivating our creatives, and it's a gesture of good. It's a gesture of good, just so that they limit the amount of bandwidth that they are using Maybe some of them are streaming right now. So just say, hey guys, just for me to do this stream, can we just limit a little bit, politely asking? But talk to me. Are you still there? Can I hear you?
Yes, I'm still here.
Right. Cool. Sorry about that. Cool. We are restored. Let's continue.
Okay. All right. As I was saying, do you think when knowing creatives as means they would continue with a zero budget gig for 2 years or even more? Because even with the presenter search, I've come across people about it. I'm looking for a job. I'm like, no, let's not look at this as when you applying for a job. Look at it as something oyenzayo to enhance your skills and getting a platform. Because if you are saying you are looking for a job, it means you are looking for something that's gonna pay you right now, of which it's not the case. Yeah, but and then after I've said that, I think half or even more, like break it down. You see the problem with the artists, names and creatives. They don't look for that what's going to benefit them for tomorrow. However, they look at today. Are you
Yeah,
still with me?
yeah, for sure. We cannot blame them for wanting what they want, but to your point, 100%, that they do not see they don't see the silver lining in the cloud to say, look, if I were to take up this gig, it will expose me to the world of presenting, it will expose me to radio, and maybe, just maybe, I want to be, someone that's behind the scenes. Then I will have that opportunity to expand and further grow my skills, more especially if it is a up and coming production like ourselves. Now, 100%, I get that. But at the same time, I've always been an advocate of saying, people should be paid for the work that they do, right? So I think it is a balancing act. It is a balancing act where, to a certain degree, it also has to do with age. Because when I was 15, 16, 17, I would have done anything for free. In fact, I used to do things for free. Sound. I used to, in fact, do live sound reinforcement absolutely free of charge. I used to be in studio. Well, the guy paid me, but yeah, it wasn't a lot, but because of he paid me, it was something significant to me. So it also has to do with age. Ask me right now, Banelo, would you take a gig and not get paid? I'm like, no, I wouldn't, because it has to do with where I am in life. There are things that I need to cater for, right? And this is a personal decision. And I just want to conclude by saying the following, that I don't think anyone is wrong or right for saying they want to be remunerated, or they don't want to be, or they can do this at pro bono. I think it's up to the individual to decide, is this important enough? Is this going to further enhance my career? Will this make me a better person? If they feel yes, doesn't matter what age they are, then 100% they can do that. But also it has to do with, I would say the last thing also has to do with the outlook or the perspective that a person has. Because let's just imagine that a company like Disney says, you know what, we're going to offer you an opportunity, but then we're not going to pay you. Now, if someone says, yes, I'll take it, but yet a local production says, hey, here's a zero budget, we need your help, we need your expertise. And if they don't do it, then you can obviously see that the way that they look at these two different scenarios is different. So on one hand, they feel like, yes, with Disney, they're going to benefit, but with a local production, they're not. So again, it's up to the person. If they see value, they will do it. If not, probably not. Maybe they do see value, but they need the money, so maybe they can go knock elsewhere. So both of these individuals, in my opinion, they are correct in their own eyes. Thanks.
Okay. I hear you, Wena Manele. I hear you. So if we talk more about challenges that are being faced by creatives on a daily basis. Like singathetha phandle, and we're still going to talk about them. However, before we dive deep again, let's go on and add a break, and then we'll be playing Far Away by Kid Epic. It's Far Away. Guys, I wish I knew how to sing.
I just knew. No. I just knew before we play the song and the advert. I just knew it when it came to the away part. I knew it. With all the church training you've got tonight, Shem. Away, Lord, it's too high for you.
Let's quickly go on and add a break, and then see go Kid Epic, A City Far Away. I'm not gonna sing it this time around. Let's go.
Depression and suicide are serious issues that affect many people. If you're feeling alone or hopeless, know that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. If you're struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts, there are resources available to help you. The South African Depression and Anxiety Group offers a 24-hour toll-free emergency helpline for suicide crisis support. Call them on 0800 567 567. Remember, you're not alone. There is hope, and help is available.
Yebo, yebo, yebo. Guys, that was Kid Epic Ati, Far Away. Far Away. Maybe as an artist, you dream about your life being far away in the stars. You've made it. But then every artist that has, gone through the trials and tribulations, they'll tell you that everything has a beginning. In fact, as a Christian, the Bible does say that let us not neglect the day of small beginnings. It's not a religious show, but then this is good advice that the day of small beginnings, you do not neglect that. And I think Ululu knows that for a fact because earlier I wanted to correct you and say that we are not trying to do something. I mean, I believe that we are running a radio station, right? We're running a media house to be exact. But I'm not trying unless you are Chomyam. But for me personally, I'm not trying. In fact, I believe that I've gained so much traction. We are about to fly far away right now, and we're doing the most. We're doing the most. In fact, a lot of people just are amazed at the amount of technology that we use to put all of these things together. For example, you're in the Eastern Cape right now. I'm in Joburg, and we said, you know what, umsebenzi first. Umsebenzi comes first, and we made sure that we made this happen, right? So, yeah, far away, guys, far away. That was Kid Epic and Dwana.
So, guys, to add from what Banele had said, if you have a challenges that you would like to advise other creatives about, or if you've got questions that you would like to ask, please make sure to leave your comment down below or send us an audio on 061 524 7758. This is the Creative Corner brought to you by Share Online. And I am with Ubanele Mli, all the way from Johannesburg and United States Eastern Cape, guys, East London. Amount.
Sithatha sibusele bantwini. Sithatha sibusele ekhaya. Lou, let me ask you a question before siqhubeka. Now, just like any other business, why should someone pay for your craft when? I'm asking you right now. Why do you think someone must pay money to see you star in a drama series or to see you do something? Why should they pay money?
Exactly. Hence, I started by saying the first thing you should be doing as a creative is to make sure that the product that you give to the people, at least immaturely, and at least it's something that would sit down and say, at least I paid good money here for something and the sense, rather than going to affiliate to end up anywhere to just to watch somebody, just to watch a comedian. Also feeling normal. I wasted 150 upper, and this is total nonsense. I feel like before going out there, you need to better your craft.
So in other words, develop it, better it, package it, and then sell it.
Exactly.
Speaking of selling, I mean, kunabantu kuthiwa bebashuta ama-move back in the days, right? Remember about no, I almost said Shefan. Konja, who's this guy, the comedian, Michael Porter, right? Tiwa, he shot those movies. If you were to look at them right now, terrible quality. But back then, this was the start of a new era. And Tiwa Amachita, they were selling these movies from the back of a van in moto, right? So they would make sure they buy DVDs, they'll copy them, and then sell it. And I don't know how much he made, but then definitely he did make a name for himself because Ngasulis Katsama DVDs, we did have a lot of his DVDs. So personally, do you think Uguti Ama artists probably get stuck in the starting phase? Because like you said, they are waiting for a funding. Mhlambe, some do have the ability to start, but then they do not have the tenacity to continue with their craft, to better their craft. And then some might even get stuck with the ability of not packaging it, because on a craft you can dance, so what? yeah, I can sing. So what? Now, others get stuck. Go, you've packaged it, but then you don't go out and sell it. Yeah, but so what do you think would be the ultimate one where it's like Yabona Lana? This is where most artists get stuck in terms of making sure they go all the way.
Okay. Now that you have mentioned Umadli Putu, I was gonna say, but yeah, when the time you asked the same thing. Remember, as any artist, when we say build your own door, they build their own doors. However, umbaqale abumishe, and then after going viral, they can't maintain. I don't know whether Nzati uba famous
Virus.
or
Actually,
they can't.
they've gone viral, so they can't maintain the virus.
Yes. What they so into eyenzekayo umntu would boom for a few months. After a few months, you forget about him or her. Because even with Umadli Putu was really a thing. You wouldn't go to any home and then ungazi kuthethwa ngoMadli Putu.
Mm.
Besiyazi uMadli Putu khona. Umadli Putu is part of the family because we always talk about yena in our homes. However, for him to maintain as a spotlight for that time to now, it was very difficult
Yeah.
for him. Laa nto ke ngoku it goes way back because now we've seen other people or seen like Mzwezinsizwe. We can only remember abanye bakhona because we still watch Mzwezinsizwe even today. However, if we were to trace back the steps and sibone about where else did they broadcast khona, asibazi asibafumani.
No, by a broadcaster, Chom.
Like where?
So last Uchawe was on social media. Apisana nge account number yakhe. Ati
We-
Kalabafagi account. I mean, imali kule account la is a Capitec, right? Remember that.
So even that alone, it adds to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it was fine. Uchawe is there because he was there with the Queen. He was there on few number of things. It's all
Yeah.
good. We've seen.
No, but I'm saying,
learned-
Guti, yeah, actually, it was meant to come off sarcastic to say they're not doing anything. In fact, they are asking for a handouts from Google Mpagati saying, "Ngicela nifake imali ku-account yami." That's how bad it is.
You see, because now when he's there, he's on our TVs again and all. However, now the power of maintenance, I can't give a corner because even what he was able to maintain about famous or spotlight as the best woman, he wouldn't be going on social media asking for money. Imali would be there. We are available to him because it gives us even on local artists. Umntu upusha one song, ithandwe ngabantu and all, but to maintain ezangoma zimnandi zizayo ebantwini, it's very difficult. I do not know when Abanele if they're failing with planning stage or a research, but I feel like it has to do with a research kakhulu. Because if you know about in niche markets, like your audience, about like 30 and above, why should you cater for abantu abana 19? You get me?
Yeah. I mean, it's a. Don't you think it's a natural progression? Uguti, you can start off by shooting everywhere in the wind, and then eventually you should have a targeted audience that you say, you look, you know what, I've seen Ugba, my content seems to resonate with a certain age group, and that thing came with time.
Uti, they should start by putting craft yabo umbrella and cater to everybody rather than having
Well,
from the beginning.
yeah, well, it depends. It depends. I mean, when we talk about the craft, it's actually a huge thing. But If we were to talk about performing arts, then chances are it may just talk to everyone across the different age groups. And then there are certain crafts where it's like, you know what, this content is designed for certain individuals, like maybe radio, podcasts, music, or whatever. But then who's to say, like, for example, right now, 10 years from now in my 40s, I'll still listen to hip hop 20 years from now. So a 50-year-old listening to hip hop, it's like, hi, but when's so I think sometimes maybe it's the content that grows on people. But yeah, short answer is that I would say yes, just cater for everyone, see which age group resonates with you, or whomever resonates with you, and then that's your target market. And I don't want to put a hard rule, because speaking of hip hop, Tupac was listened to from everyone, from the youngest to the oldest. You know what I mean? So I don't want to say yes, there's a target market, but yes, there is. But let not that be your driving force. You know?
But whenever, don't you think that's one of the things as Mangel creatives doing that is their failure, because they tend to be all over the place. Even without would say, okay, fine, I'm talking to this audience. Let's say Umdu today is a rapper, tomorrow we actor that day, MC that day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they don't that fall into why bakhawuleza badinwe, why bakhawuleza babeke i-craft yabo aside and go look for 9 to 5 and say akute kuhlangane, because they are all over the place. They touch here and touch there.
I'd say yes, that's probably one of the reasons, because in terms of mastery, Kutiwa, you need to invest 10,000 hours for you to master something. Now, obviously, if you're going to spread yourself thin by doing a lot of things, you're not going to master any of that craft. But aside Dini, I also do think Uguti, there are certain things or fields that are related. So if I'm in the music industry and then I'd make a transition, and by me making a transition doesn't mean I'm moving away from music. It's just that I'm taking what I know from music and I'm applying it to, let's say, scoring a film and whatnot. Then maybe it's like, oh, it works out, So give or take, I would say I've seen in the industry that not everything has to be normal. Sometimes things that are abnormal, they're the ones that tend to blow up, So, but then I'd say the safest advice, because Noltando, let me ask you this question. Sorry, let me ask you this: that that the advice that was given to our parents, they should go to school, study hard, get a job, and then work their way up the corporate ladder. I know that advice is no longer applicable today. There's a lot of people with diplomas and your degrees, but still abasebenzi. So we know that it's no longer applicable. So do you think this advice that we are telling our artists, do this, do you think that's somehow still applicable, like it's a sebenza and a manje? Or it's like, come on, guys, times have changed. You don't need an agency in today's day and age. This and this and this is what you need. So I feel like things have changed, but let me throw the ball to you, Uguti. Things have changed. Are we still giving the same old, and I'm saying old for a reason, same old advice, although things have changed? Over to you.
Okay, before I answer you, Banele, whoever is listening and watching to us, please do comment on one of the challenges that we are going through, and do send us a message on 061 524 7758 if you wish to ask any question, or if we are fascinated about certain things. And remember, I always say to you, go to NFVF website, NAC, GFC, and MGE. If you are looking for funding, if you are looking for distribution, if you are looking to attend festivals and all, do go check out those websites. I always post on our Facebook page things about your MGE, GFC, NFEF, and all of them. So please do follow them. Sibon Bastada Kanjani. Anyways, as to answer you, Banele, when-
Eastern Cape Ndwana, kaloku GFC eseGauteng. I know there's the KZN Film Commission, but what's available in the Eastern Cape?
in Eastern Cape, I think we also use NFEF because NFEF
It's
national.
It's national.
Then we've got CHIP, and then we've got NAC, and also we've got Arts and Culture. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now I
And
was
sports and-
asking you.
So, to answer your question, I think one can do without an agency. And also, I think one can't do without an agency.
All right.
At what works for you. Because you might have an agency and ingakusebenzi, and one might not have an agency. Right. It all depends on you. However, when it comes to being on a creative industry, that means if you are doing the acting, drama, theater, and all, make sure that you have training. Make sure that you do go to school. However, if you are saying now you are a musician, MC, and all, those are things you can do without the proper education. So you can't just wake up and see Unolu or ye MC and say, now I want to become an actress. However, I'm not going to go to school because Unolu did it without going to school. It's not going to work because and also we've got different sectors, the entertainment industry, but we creative sector. So as Amelan, even with e-agencies, let's talk about the acting and the film industry, let me rather say that. If you say, no, I want to become an actress, and then I want to go to Soapy and get a role in Rwanda, it means you need to go to school. You need to get a proper training. You need the agency, right? But if you are saying you're only doing it for money, as 300, 200, 100, and don't, then you do not need a proper training. You just need your phone and search all the groups on social media as gigs as you do. So it all differs about when, as a person, what do you want? Where do you want to go in life? Do you get me?
And I get you. But my question as a follow-up is, when you say education, exactly what do you mean?
Okay. When I say education, that means we need to look at, okay, sorry, can you hear me properly?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. We need to look at getting your training, because I remember in Joburg, I have not seen them in Eastern Cape, your art centers. We've got people who are teaching you a background of acting. We've got people who are teaching you rules and regulations when it comes to acting. You can't be excited because you are in front of the camera, but when they say lights, camera, action, you freeze. You do not really know what is required of you. I've seen amaxesha amaninzi shoots, when they say mime, people are failing to mime. Just a simple thing, just to mime. So this was into that you will be taught with art centers. This was into that you will be taught if you had proper when we say education, you don't necessarily need to go for a diploma degree. However, it differs uba i-aim yakho or i-purpose yakho kujikaphi on this industry okuyo. If you just want to do commercials, if you just want to do, you don't want to go far with the acting yakho, then it's all good. Just go to Art Center and get your training. However, if you want proper roles, so if you need proper education, you need proper experience. You can never say because when you had a background role, umuvango and utimba, I can do this, I've got experience. No, you do not have.
No, got you. And then for the people that are naturally talented, they make it without school, and then they ask them story sab, and they say, you know, I didn't go to school. What do you have to say about that? We're talking about your naturally talented people that just come through and nail it without schooling, and then they tell the masses, not directly, but they tell them that school is not necessary. But what do you have to say about that?
Okay, if you heard me before, I said it differs. The creative industry is so. You can be unolu with your talents, be good, but you go to an audition. In fact, you do not even get a platform to go to an audition, right? Bekhona ubanele one-education vele. Naye like, but ubanele aphumelele yena, mna ndingaphumeleli with my talent. When you are worth education, but uphumelele. Uthi sesikubona TV, nah man, what you are doing is really bad. However, now with the talent, so it differs. I even remember the Khoza brothers, SK Khoza and Abdul, when they went to an interview, they mentioned Banobona. They did not go to school for acting. However, they had a connection and they had a talent. So a talent alone will never yokfikisa phana. You need to know someone who knows somebody who can put you
Vouch
in
for
the
you.
way right.
Yeah, actually,
Yes.
mina ngifanisa ne-credit score ne ukuthi I'm gonna go to a shop manje and I buy a laptop worth 20,000. Now, whether it takes me 4 months, 6 months to pay it off, but eventually I do pay it off. Now that I've bought it, people know, or the stores know, Tubanele can afford to pay a laptop off for 20,000 rand. Now, because they know, it makes me eligible to apply again next time, right? Rather than going in cash, because Moiteng cash, it's a cash transaction. No one really knows Uti, you've got that amount of money. But then when you go through the credit system, it's like, oh, we know. So I feel like Mhlambe iphepha lesikolo gives you that ability for people to know ukuthi no lo ufundile, and it's probably one of the first people to be considered when opportunities come along. So I hope that analogy makes sense. Chomi, I'm sorry if I'm the one asking questions, but you know, I do consider myself as a creative as well, but then not, you know, filling me and so on and so on. I just love being behind the scenes, and I also create in my own unique and special way. So I've never really been one to be in front of the camera, etc., etc. But I'm asking questions because Nami, I'm trying to understand what the industry is like, and I'm also trying to be sensitive to abantu that are in the industry but are participating from the front line. I'm also in the industry, but I'm from the, you know, same move. I mean, so for those that are in the front line, maybe they don't have that skill or the will to start a production company and go through the pains, the growing pains, the teething pains of building something for themselves. So Bona, they are basically at the mercy of production companies, which, you know, people get hired. So let me ask you this again, based on that. There's a book, Mamvatis, one.
Yeah,
Have you heard of it?
Vatusandaka.
Yeah. I haven't read it, but then people were basically saying that she's talking about the industry, iga so na so na so na so. Now, you said yes, people need agencies and people don't need agencies. So I'm going to take that a step further to say, yeah, well, you need your production companies, but people still don't need their production companies. But why is it that people that are trying to break away from, I'd say, the system, kube naleyo backlash from the system? Whether you're a musician, you leave a certain record label. Think MT, I don't know, ambitious and Zoyega, he tries to do his own thing, it doesn't blow up, right? There's countless stories where people leave something and then they try and do their own thing and then I zig. What's happening here? Is it because maybe they don't understand the back end, the back line? They only understand the front line, or are they actual gatekeepers? Like, what's the deal here?
If we go back and when I was talking before your question in detail, like you might have the agency where and it works for you. It does not work for me. So if degree agency, it means that I'm exposed to certain opportunities and they're exposed to them if benizebenzela alone.
True.
For example, before joining any agency that I had, okay, I would get gigs, but the gigs is corner busy just gigs as a door. So when I joined this agency, I would see this lady posting the gigs, the commercials, and the gigs is a corner. Like they rate to 16,000, 20 and on. Something that I did not see when they outside. Okay? So having an agency opens up doors where you did not even know they existed.
Yeah.
So this is what happens. If you leave your agency, Bengululu or Iwan, why and how did you leave your agency? Did you guys have an agreement before leaving the agency? Are you guys on good terms? For example,
So are you saying if we are okay, go on, sorry. Uvatiswa.
Made your open letter to Minister of Arts and Culture before she left Ifekasins, right? So we all sent the letter on Twitter. She opened up about Ifekasins and all. Do you think when after that, kuzobakhona abantu who would want to touch her, knowing for a fact if they do not put her phezulu, the same thing might happen to their companies? Do you think?
I wouldn't know, but isn't that a good thing? Uguti, someone who is noble, okay? Someone who's noble speaks out. They speak up on things that are ill about the industry. Wouldn't you want to work with someone that wants to do things according to the book, straightforward?
When would you want your company uba a bad mouth? In fact, let me not say bad mouth because it's more like she was lying about Ifekasins. Would you like when a company yakho to be social media as a bad rather than the good things?
Yeah, no, that's a very interesting question, and I like the way you're making our corner with good and bad. So obviously, no, I wouldn't only want me or the company to be known for Intezi bad, apart from the good, because it's probably a lot of good that we're doing, but maybe they don't even come to light. Some of them we don't even speak about them. So to answer your question, no, I wouldn't want that.
So it's the same thing now. Hence, I said it differs. First, let's look at why did you leave your agency? Why did you leave your manager? Were you guys, and are you still in good terms? Because you might end the agreement with your manager in good terms, so that nanina when something pops up, akfonele notes, here is it go to this place and do A, B, and C. Then
Yeah.
you guys left. Yeah. Now, if you fought with the manager or the agency, it means even if with production company, I've got a film as a shoot, and then I go to Banele and say, Banele, I need so people to come and shoot. You can say, do not touch Unolu because she's this bad. So do this to your company. Hence, if when you left the agency yako in bad terms, it means many doors, rather than zivuleke, they will close on you.
No, I get it.
Because
I get
nobody,
it.
and other people, they lack discipline and the respect when there's sebenzela without a manager and the agency. Because with the agency, you can't do A, B, and C. But without, you do almost everything. Do almost everything. Let's quickly go on an ad break and then play some music before we conclude with everything. Let's go on an ad break.
Sure.
Depression and suicide are serious issues that affect many people. If you're feeling alone or hopeless, know that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. If you're struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts, there are resources available to help you. The South African Depression and Anxiety Group offers a 24-hour toll-free emergency helpline for suicide crisis support. Call them on 0800 567 567. Remember, you're not alone. There is hope and help is available.
I'm around the money. 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 Around the money. I'm around the money. I'm around the money. Around the money. I'm 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 around the money. Around the money. I'm 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 around the money. Around the money, I'm around the money, I'm around the money. Sananegi long mansin tesen kated. How you be some around the money? How you pull them around the money? Sananegi long mansin tesen kated. How you be some kind of money? How you swipe them around the money? Sananegi long mansin tesen kated. How you be some kind of money? How you pull them a short of money? How you be so one kind of money? How you swipe on my short of money? I'm around the money, I'm to a new inside. Then fool, I'm around the money. How you swipe, I'm around the money. I'm around the money, get long inside. How you fool, I'm around the money. How you swipe, I'm around the money. Send a nigga, young man, think this ain't cartel. How you be so one kind of money? How you swipe, I'm around the money. Send a nigga, young man, think this ain't cartel. How you be so one kind of money? How you fool, I'm around the money. I'm around the money, to a new inside. How you fool, I'm around the money. How you swipe, I'm around the money. I'm around the money, get long inside. Yeah, you fool, I'm around the money. How you swipe, I'm around the money. Send a nigga, young man, think this ain't cartel. How you be some around the money? How you swipe, I'm amaningi ayidubula amashoti amaningi amaround amaningi amaround amaningi amaround amaningi ayubiza abangane abaningi ayuswipe amashoti amaningi. Iphuze emoyeni ikhade esandleni emajida eswipeni kumnandi endaweni. Iphuze emoyeni ikhade esandleni emajida eswipeni kumnandi endaweni. Kumnandi enyameni zakhipha esindaneni kumnandi kabhike zabuya emarenkeni. Kumnandi enyameni zabuya kandane kumnandi kabhike zabuya enyameni. Amaround amaningi mntwana ungenzani engifuna amaround amaningi ayuswipe amaround amaningi amaround amaningi geli ungenzani ayifuna amaround amaningi ayuswipe amaround amaningi senanekile manje into esenkhathele ayubiza abangane abaningi ayuswipe amaround amaningi senanekile manje into esenkhathele ayubiza abangane abaningi ayidubula amaround amaningi amaround amaningi mntwana ungenzani ayifuna amaround amaningi ayuswipe amaround amaningi amaround amaningi geli ungenzani ayifuna amaround amaningi ayuswipe amaround amaningi senginanekile ngimanzi into esengikhathele.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us. As you can see, we are in separate rooms today, and my friend asked me to co-host the show with her because she is out in the Eastern Cape. And this is the power of technology. This is where radio is headed. And again, as we normally say at Share Radio, that this is the best visual online radio station in town because we don't only talk about it, but you get to see us in the process when we do it. Right. So, Nolly Knowles, thank you for having me as a guest. I really appreciate it, but we miss you. You must come back, man. You know, don't go slow when you're not around.
I guys, umeleni pikisha up. You can't be on it go slow. Eastern Cape is all good. Banile, we're having a great time this side. My family have me.
Great time. Look, when you said when you're not coming back.
Yes, I'm not. I'm looking for greener pastures.
Yeah, too.
Maybe I will find a husband this side.
Yeah, I know. Maybe you will. But I wish what you do. You know what? Let me not even go there because yeah, we once had the conversation about you working, trying to fulfill your dreams, and do you think a relationship would actually hold you back, or somehow form as a somehow be a hindrance from you pushing the way that you're supposed to push? But yeah, maybe that's a topic for another day. So Chomi, over to you. Yeah, before we head for the last lap.
Yeah, before we conclude, Banele, I would like to say to the creatives listening to us, please make sure that you comment below and tell us what are the challenges you are facing as a creative and what would you like to advise other creatives and even us, because Natis is a creatives at the end of the day. The number to text us on is 061-524-7758. This is not the only show Yes Share Online. We've got on Wednesday the Trusted Talk, and then on Thursday we've got the Broskies of Sotra, and 8 p.m. we've got your 8th hour, and a Friday we've got your Guest Lifestyle show and other shows that are yet to come and month. So this is not the only show we share online. My name is Norutano Nondanana, and I am with Ubanile Mngci on the other side of on the other province. Let me say I'm broadcasting live on Eastern Cape. So yeah, Banele, lastly, now I would like to say good creatives and artists out there, they need to better their craft. They need to make sure that they do a research thoroughly. They
Yeah.
plan things so that if tomorrow it does not work out, they find a way around what they wanted to do, and then another door opens, because now they know what they stand for, they know where they want to go, they know what they are doing, rather than doing one thing and then tomorrow waking up doing a total different thing. Now, for example, I did in film and television, I did a broadcasting, that I've been trying from 2018 to move around. In fact, way back, even without because I started with doing plays, I started with sketchy and all, because I knew what I wanted to do. Even when I grew up, I went to school for, even if it's not exactly, but something similar, something close to what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Even if tomorrow I move past EE radio, I will know what to do. I will know, but okay, no, Lulona, this is what I love doing. This is what I'm passionate about. Rather than running around trying to fix izinto apho zingaphukanga. Last words, Banze.
Yeah, thanks for that. This advice was also well received by me as well. Uguti, I need to make sure that I need, whether it's schooling, by schooling I mean training, whether it's informal or formal form of education, but to a certain degree, I need to take my craft serious, just to ensure that I do turn it into a career, right? So yeah. Anyway, guys, from me, my last words would be, maybe let's try and move away from trying to do something. You know, let's move away from that. Let's do it. Let's do it. And I'm also going to ask myself the question of where are we, or where am I in life, and as far as the creativity industry is concerned? Am I still in the planning phase? Am I in the development stage? Am I in the packaging stage, or am I in the go-to-market and selling stage, right? So obviously everything does take time. I do recognize that. So yeah, I'd say know where you are in the journey, because if you are still in the planning stage, don't think you'll be making money kusasa, guys. And if you're in the developmental stage, don't think you'll be making money kusasa. Develop all of the contacts, whatever, but you're still developing, and then you've packaged. Once you've packaged, then you can go to market. Now you can say, look, I've planned, I've developed, I've packaged, now I want to make money. So this is advice that we are doing ourselves, because I remember we had a conversation around Chomi. I think, you know what, I think we've got a product now. These were the words that we were using. We've got a product that we can take to Ebantwini. So we are at that stage where we are packaging it, right? And it's also a phase. It's not like light switch where boom, yeah, we've packaged it and now we go to market. No, it's also a phase where, okay, let's package it. What's our messaging? You know, we keep on refining izinto. So it's a journey, guys. It's a journey. So I'll just hand over to the host of the show, even though she is kilometers away to say, Ndwana, thank you for having me. And I wish I could say we're going to do this next week, but I don't know. Hopefully you'll be back by then, because I enjoy being behind the scenes. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you. And thank you, Josi. And again, thank you to the ladies that are hosting me this side, because
Yes.
I'm both ending. So yeah, thank you to them. Yeah. And thank you to everybody who's watching and listening to us right now. Hopefully, they take advices by the in the near future. The creativity, guys, is a nice industry to be in, but it needs you to be persistent. It needs you to be kind to yourself and make sure that you have a craft. A craft yakho uyayibuyela every day. You do your research, you learn every day. But if you can do all that, I'm 100% sure you will be able to turn your craft into something that gives you money, to something, into a salary, a basic salary. But if you can do that, we're all good. From myself, Unoltan Wakanandalana, this is the Creative Corner, brought to you by Share Online. Don't forget to submit your music if you want us to play Ngolo Wakho on our shows. And also, voting lines will be opening very soon. If you submitted a music video for a music video competition, then hands up, guys, because about Nand, it says about Nand. After the ad, we will play you Upunga by Umelo. It's my Upunga. Thank you very much, guys, and enjoy your week. I love you, I love you, I love you. Don't forget to follow Share Online on Facebook, Share Online on our website, and also Share Online on YouTube. See you again.
I said you gotta be my punka, baby. Why you got me going crazy? I said you gotta be my punka, baby. Punka, punka. Said you gotta be my punka, baby. Why you got me going crazy? I said you gotta be my punka. You gotta be my punka, baby. Punka, baby. When I punka, baby. If you know when I'm over me, I'm trying to win. Song is got me, I'm pleasing, can't go win. Baby, punga, punga. If you know when and I'm full of more, she's a I wanna show you all for the party, and I won't bet my feelings in this coffee. What do I mean? I really wear my heart on my sleeves now, and my tricks just vanished from my sleeves now. Put a smile on your face, saying cheese now. Maybe we can get into the world, but firstly, I said you gotta be my punka, baby. Why you got me going crazy? I said you gotta be my punka, baby. Punga, punga, said you gotta be my punga, baby. Why you let me going crazy? I said you gotta be my punga, you gotta be my punga, baby. Punga, baby, when I punga, baby. If you know when I go by me, I'm tanda wena. Something's got to mean I'm busy, can't go wena. We punga, punga. Why you do that? Playing hard to get on a Gita. Tell me why you wanna go around in circles. Don't you know that you're the one on my radar? On my radar. I'm not the type of nigga send you flowers. I'm the type of nigga puts in the hours. You don't nigga from the south of Divana. Paso Twala. Who's on that baby who's on Twala? I said you gotta be my punka, baby. Why you let me going crazy? I said you gotta be my punka, baby. Punka, punka. Said you gotta be my punka, baby. Why you let me going crazy? I said you gotta be